We all hate web application firewalls. Most likely you have encountered those while testing for cross-site scripting. If you manage to get HTML injection, which is initial step, you know that there must be a bug out there. Let me help you to bypass this annoying thing and get that bounty on the table. It's time to head dive into more techniques for bypassing some web protection. We will explore how those protections are implemented and how we can find ways to overcome them. Also, I am constantly uploading some gems about recon and hacking techniques. And let's get back to the good stuff. This is the setup I will be using. There is a client, there is a firewall, and there is a CTF server. The firewall I will be using is Cloudflare, and the CTF server is labhackexpert.com. It is made by, if you go here directly to the server, it is made by XSS. He has some nice videos about XSS as well. I mean, his channel is all about XSS, but I will be only checking those reflected get XSS just for playing CTF. And on the top of it, instead of going directly to the lab expert like this, I will be going through my own Cloudflare server as a proxy to it. And right here, I will show how from the defensive side, how it looks, how like engineers are making rules to prevent those attacks, and the ways from the attacker side how you can bypass those rules. I use this custom kit.uk domain as a proxy to that CTF website built by Uncle Rat. It's built on the Cloudflare, and this web application firewall comes with a lot of security tools out of the box. Before even setting up any rules, it usually checks for malicious user agents. And one tool that actually has this own user agent is SQL map. I know this video meant for XSS, but it will basically work the same for any other XSS CLI utility. So if I run SQL map, it will show 403 error with status code with access denied error. And if you try to check from the defensive side, the security events, it will show my VPN IP address and user agent SQL map. So to bypass this rule, what I want to do is show that web application firewall that it looks like a regular browser. So to check the user agent, you can use developer tools, or like me, I'm using custom user agent plugin. So just to copy my user agent string, I will copy this one, and I will try running right now just by supplying custom header. So custom header is user agent, and with that user agent string. So now it's not getting 403 status code. After testing single website for a while, you might send too many requests that could actually piss off the cybersecurity team. So in this case, for example, I was using this IP address, and the security engineer have decided to create custom rule just to block my IP address. So like this, he will create IP block rule and set if the IP address equals to this one, which was from those events. He wants just to block it. He can also choose for captchas, GS challenges, stuff like that, but easier to show is by just blocking it. And if you try to deploy and try to access this website again, as you can see, it will show that I am blocked. So there is also the way to bypass this. If I open my terminal, I will use NordVPN service just to connect again to the Germany. So I will use other IP address and try to refresh this page. As it's using different IP, this rule will be bypassed. But there could be other cases For example, then there is a rule, just only accept certain countries for that website. So there will be like United Kingdom only will be allowed. So every other country what is not equal to United Kingdom will be blocked as well. So country, and again it will be also deployed, and if I try to connect from the Germany, I will be blocked as well. So once again you can use VPN tool just for United Kingdom to bypass this. So I use this provider since they have a lot of service, a lot of IPs. Just for like United Kingdom, they have over a couple of thousands different IP addresses, of course for other countries as well, so it's very convenient. And if I try to access it, as you can see, I will bypass it once again. If you bypassed previous blocks, which are most common, you are finally ready to fuzz specific endpoint. Even before testing cross-site scripting, you want to start gently to be sure it's worth for more investigation. So first step is HTML injection. A lot of people initially using header tags like this, but I think the best one is use other tags like underline or italics like this, just to check if this payload will be reflected somewhere. And if I try to submit, as you can see, it is injected. So the next step is try to use script tag. So if we try like this, what I like to do is also include this one. Sometimes it's good to escape the context. So if I hit submit, as you can see, it passes to the query and it will be reflected back. So from the defensive side, the security engineer have seen a lot of queries like coming from the malicious users or from bug bounty hunters, and he wants to create the rule for it to block. So he thinks what he can do naive approach and try to block by URL query string which contains script tag. So it deploys this rule, and next time you try the same payload, you will get blocked. But you are the smart guy and you want to bypass it. So that rule basically just checks for words like this, script. How you can avoid it? Just using some uppercase letters. And if you hit with uppercase letters, you have successfully bypassed it. Sometimes the cybersecurity engineer could be a little bit smarter and he knows about those tricks, and he creates the rules with basically uses lowercase function, which basically converts whole request to the script tag and redeploys it. So in this case, even though if you are using uppercase letter, the Web Application Firewall will convert it to lowercase and compares it to the script tag, and you will be blocked in this case. So next thing what you want to do is either try using other tags or like injecting some stupid stuff like this, but I could also try use image tag and maybe close it. Try on load event as the alert. So the Web Application Firewall, maybe try source X and on, not on load, but on error, like this. And that naive request, which is basically only looking for script tag, will be bypassed. Of course, the smarter guys might include more tags to check. We might include some HTML handlers and stuff like that. So you always want to watch out for those. maybe try other tags like SVG, stuff like that. And to do some research, there is a cheat sheet for this. So if you just Google this XSS cheat sheet, the Portswigger has amazing research about this, and as you can see, there will be a lot of tags that could be done, and some event handlers that do not require interaction. So you might want to copy all of those tags, pass it to the intruder on the burp suite, and check which ones are accepted or not. We have barely scratched the surface of bypassing firewalls, although it was pretty basic things, but you can use those techniques to avoid the most common blocks. Those were just bypasses for custom rules against XSS attacks. In the real world scenario, it could be more security hardened websites with automatic request detection. There are some amazing security features of the Cloudflare or any other web application firewall with inbuilt AI request comparison, so sometimes it could be much harder to bypass the firewall. If you like the topic like this, please let me know down in the comments, so I will be producing more similar content like this. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a nice, productive bug bounty hunting journey.